Hello, good morning. So the first step to remove the Pajero ECU is to first remove the trim from the car. So you start here, you gently pull on this, and it's got a few clips. It will start to come out. Okay, you can see the clips. Just make sure you don't pull too hard not to break any of the plastics. Then you start by removing these screws right here. Get a screwdriver and remove each of these. After you remove the screws, you have to go underneath, and you're going to have two more screws right here. One right here and one more right there. And right here. So after you remove the screws from here, some Pajeros may only have two screws, by the way, so don't worry about that. And then you remove the one screw from here, one screw from here. You can simply start to pull this one out. It will come out of the clip. You can see this is now out. What you will need to do is just disconnect. There's a light wire. Just make sure that you move it aside. So after you bring this one down, you will see the ECU is actually located right here. Okay, so the ECU has several nuts. It has this nut to remove, and on the other side it's got two of them. Now most Pajeros actually come with one nut on the other side. Some I've seen with two, so hopefully yours will be one. It'll be easier to remove. So the other one on the other side is a little bit tricky. We'll start by removing this and this nut, and then the two nuts way in the back. So you're gonna have to somehow squeeze your hand in there and get it done. To remove the bolts, the nuts, you'll need a 10 mm tool. Okay, so this will allow you to go there, and if you can get one with an angle, that's even way easier for you. So just try to loosen them a little bit with this, and then continue the rest with your fingers manually, because it's way easier, and I suggest to wear gloves. Okay, so you just continue to turn them and they'll start to turn. As you can see right here, I'm able to loosely do it. Just use your tool to slightly loosen them, and then carry the rest with your fingers. Okay, just work to remove all the nuts so that you can loosen the ECU out. It's after you loosen all the nuts from both sides, you'll have to take your ECU out this way through the wiring. Now in some areas you may have wiring that's stuck in the way. I've seen it in some cars. So what you do is you just take some of the tape off, the black electric tape. It just allows you to move some of this wiring a bit easier. Okay, but what you will have to do before you take it down, you can see the clips right here. There are 5 different connectors. What you have to do is, it's got don't pull these, because if you pull too hard on the wires to remove the connectors and you damage one of your wires, your car is not gonna work anymore. So very critical. You can see there's where my finger is, there's a black plastic piece that you have to push to unlock the locking mechanism. Once you press it, you can take your connector down. Don't worry about the order of the connectors, because this will not fit in the next one, etc. You can never confuse them. They've got a special pattern to them. So you have to take each one. As you can see, there's that little plastic piece that you have to press here. Never pull on it without releasing the lock. You have to press on the lock and then pull it down gently, and then it's out. Okay, you do that for the rest of the wires all the way up until the end. Okay, for the 5 different connectors. And then you start to take your ECU out. And then what you do is you move these connectors down all the way, you make space for them, take it out. Now, very important to never pull hard on these wires, because if you disconnect one of these wires or it comes loose, it's so hard to eventually troubleshoot. So make sure you're very gentle, and that whenever you release any of the clips, that you actually press to release the locking mechanism. Never pull without releasing the locking mechanism at the same time. Otherwise you're going to risk damaging your connectors, and your car will not start. Finally, if you still have trouble removing the ECU, then you're going to have to remove the AC fan unit where the arrow is pointing. That's going to be a longer job, but that's your other alternative if you have trouble taking the ECU out. I hope that you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.